Hey everyone, Tyson the Subaru Specialist from Subaru Prince George here, and I have the pleasure of going through the 2025 Subaru Outback Premier XT in the autumn green metallic with you. So this is the fully loaded Outback, every available factory bell and whistle in the autumn green. So the Premier XT, the XT is the designation of the turbocharged boxer engine, the 2.4 liter that produces 260 horsepower and 277 pounds-feet of torque running on regular fuel. So a more powerful engine, kind of a sleeper. They're quite peppy. Front end, got a large hexagonal shaped grille. We have a front view camera right there. I'll show you how to activate that inside. We've got our forward facing LED fog lights. We've got these faux kind of vent cutouts. Kind of adds a little bit of an angular look to the Outback. 8.7 inches minimum ground clearance, which is perfect for our upcoming winter. We're supposed to get a ton of snow this year. Got LED steering responsive headlights, ridiculously bright. I'll show you what they look like at the end with them on. Now, this one is gonna be picked up in the next day or so, and we have full paint protection film wrap from there to here. Entire fender's done all the way up here. You can kind of see the little bit of a line there, but full protection. New owner wanted that. Premier ends up with some satin chrome accents like on the mirrors, and the mirrors fold out when you open the car and lock when you close. And you can do that either from the key fob or from touching the handle. Now, the handles are, well, they do have chrome on them. I shouldn't say they are chrome, but you've got the chrome accenting on the handles. We have a set of winter tires and wheels on here. OEMs are in the back. We've got the Subaru accessory flexible mud flaps. So kind of a vinyl, very, very flexible. You don't really lose ground clearance with them because they're flexible. I think they're a solid investment myself. We have the fuel door on the rear passenger side. And right now, you can't open it because the driver door is locked. If I click unlock, that's now open. Click lock, pin shoots out, locks in the hole. So when the driver door is locked, the fuel door is locked. When it's unlocked, you can access it. So running regular fuel, 87 grade, which is nice. You don't have to run premium like some of the older Subarus. The back, we have backup sensors integrated into the rear bumper, and they will actually apply the brakes if you think you're gonna hit something in reverse between speeds of 1 and 15 kilometers an hour. Great looking car. I really think that the green suits the Outback myself. I added a bumper step pad to protect the painted portion of the bumper when you're loading things in and out. You get the XT badge. And we have a proximity sensor. So keys in my pocket, it beeps, opens, backs up, and you can fit a full set of tires and rims in the back of the Outback, and you still have a little bit of storage here. We have these from the wheel boxes, and it stops the tires from moving fore and aft when you're driving home, which is nice. We've got a 12-volt power point for any charging needs, little storage cubby. We've got 4 hard mount physical tie downs. We've got 1 in each corner. Can't obviously access the ones at the front there, but we do have those. Grocery bag hooks that flip down on either side. And if I wanted to flip the seats down, I pull these handles, and I've got handles on either side there. Obviously, I'm not gonna do that. There's a little LED cargo light. I've got an LED cargo light there as well. And then to close it, I've got the ability to press the button. I can lock and close it, so it'll close and lock all the doors. I can pull down, I can do it from the driver's seat, or I can do it from the key fob. Third button down, press and hold, and there you go. We do also end up with the secret PIN code button right here. So you can set a code, so if you don't have your key on you, or you disable the proximity feature of the key and lock it inside the vehicle because you've gone hiking or something, you can still access it. We get the satin chrome tie downs front and rear with the rails. We also have built-in crossbars. So this flips up, you can see that locks with lock, and flip it across. The other side comes over here, locks in the corresponding hole. You have crossbars when you need them. You can tuck them away when you don't need them, which is nice. No extra wind noise. Second row. We've got the privacy cover. You can tuck it underneath the false floor, but the people who installed the tires didn't want to do that, clearly. We have our Napa brown leather interior in the Premier. Some of these are available with just the dark. Some come with the primarily brown and the two-tone on the rear. We've got heated seats out of this center console for both outboard passengers, high and low. We've got 2 USBs to keep everyone connected on those longer trips. We've got vents out of the center console in addition to the vents underneath each front seat facing rearward to heat up and cool down the second row more effectively. And we have 3 map back pockets on the backs of both front seats. Now, this is designed to be a textured step, if you're putting something on the roof. The reason they want you standing there and not on the tire is, I don't know if you can tell, but the tire actually sits inside the fender. You're not gonna get as much of your foot on that as you would on that. And I'm right at the back of the rack system. This is the center of my chest standing up. So I'll be leaning and potentially putting myself in a precarious situation, which you don't wanna do. Subaru doesn't want you doing that. The rear door cards, 2-tone, but they're both soft touch armrest, very soft touch armrest, very comfortable. Door card, soft touch. All 4 windows are auto power windows. You have the auto control for all 4 at the driver's door. I'll show you that in a minute. Got a little bit of storage with a bottle holder. And I also always get asked about this, mostly on lighter colored cars. That's what this extra side impact crash safety bar locks into, and it's designed to stop intrusion into the passenger cab in the event of a side collision, which I hope none of you ever experience. Got door scuff protectors, and if you need it, child lock. Nice solid sounding doors. Don't know if the mic picked that up or not, but it is a solid thud. Now, with the key in my pocket, I can lock this. The key has to be within 46 inches. I simply touch these lines, and I can tell that it's locked because that happens. To unlock it, hand in the handle, same thing happens. Up front, door card looks very, very similar to that of the rear in regards to soft touch. We've got all 4 auto power window controls. We've got window lock. We've got our power fold mirrors. So I can, if I'm parked on the side of the road, pulled over, I can fold them in so I'm less likely to lose a mirror to a passing vehicle. We've got 2 position memory settings for your power driver seat. Absolutely fantastic if there's multiple drivers. Of course, that's a power driver seat. We get the Harman Kardon audio system in the Premier, so the upgraded audio system, absolutely phenomenal. We have a little bit more storage, and we have a bottle holder. Now, before I go inside, something that I did not show you when I was at the back here, we've got a camera out of the shark fin antenna. So the reason it's out of there, you don't end up with a whole bunch of snow buildup or dust buildup, dirt buildup on the back of that. But that is for the Smart View rear view mirror, and I will show you that inside the Outback here. Now, the seat itself, very, very comfortable. It's the same brown Nappa leather that you have in the second row. We have a manual thigh extender. So it's just that right there. So if you got longer legs and you find the circulation in your legs being cut off, extend this. It's very, very comfortable. It's kind of like sitting in a lazy boy, really. We've got adjustable headrests. So depending how far tilted you like it, you're set. By the driver's left knee, we have the ability to open the rear hatch. We have a scroll wheel for the brightness of the gauges, and then we can turn off the proximity sensor for the rear hatch. If you're loading like a canoe or kayaks or something at the back, it can be a pain in the butt if it opens on you multiple times when you don't want it to. And that's because it senses the key. Push button start, foot on the brake, light goes green. Green means go. We have our blind spot detection indicators on either side. Steering wheel itself is leather wrapped. Now this is a slightly more upgraded, I would say more velvety leather than on the Limited and the other leather wrapped steering wheels that you get in the Subaru lineup. It is of course heated. Left-hand side of the steering wheel, we have our Bluetooth and audio controls. We can control the volume, we can accept calls, hang up calls, issue voice commands, or access Google Assistant or Siri. We've got the ability to cycle through our little menu here. It gives us different information depending what we want to look at. Switch from AM to FM to USB to CD, satellite, etc. Yes, I did say CD. The Premier does have a CD player, I'll show you that. Got paddles on the back of the steering wheel so we can manually select our own gears if we want. We have a tilt and telescopic steering wheel. So depending how you like to sit, you can adjust it for pretty much any driver to be comfortable. Wipers are on the right-hand side, turn signals, headlights are on the left, and they're pretty bright. Obviously, right now in the sun's not the best time to show it, but it is bright, it's there. We have the driver focus system up here. So sometimes you'll see a little red light, it's trying to scan you in, it's not recording, but you can do your memory settings off of your face. It'll also tell you if you're not paying attention to the road, if you're distracted or drowsy, which is very nice. You can turn that off. It doesn't particularly like polarized glasses, depending on the level, there it is, on the level of polarization. So that's kind of a learning thing for you as a driver in your new vehicle. We have This is covered in plastic. It doesn't normally look as opaque as this, but we have what we're listening to. We've got navigation destinations. We've got widgets, which we can change around, and I'm going to do. If you've watched any of my other videos, I always set the same ones. This isn't for my customer, but I set it the same regardless. Sirius XM weather, part of your 3-month trial. And then we gain access to X mode, which is like 4 low in a pickup. Very, very capable vehicle is made more capable with X mode. Of course, this is an 11.6-inch touchscreen. It's massive. I quite like it. It's easy to navigate. Of course, it takes a little bit to learn if you're new to it. We have physical volume and tuning knobs. And on the main, this is always the home screen, and you get there by pressing the home button. So we've got map, we've got nav. It's powered by TomTom. There's no subscription for it. You've got it for the life of the vehicle. You can go full screen. We've got radio, media, and phone, which are pretty self-explanatory. Under apps, we have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. You gain access to the My Subaru app after the vehicle's registered in your name. Settings, car info. There is a second page. You can add additional shortcuts. You can turn the display off if you don't like it. When you put it in reverse, the backup camera pops up. Rear assist braking's on. Parking sensors are on. It does show you the top of the bumper, so you have something to relate to. You can see that green square. The sensors are saying, hey, you're getting close to something, but you're still good. It does also pop up here, green. As you get closer, it'll get yellow, then orange, and then red, and the beeps will start when it gets yellow, and they'll get closer together until it's a solid beep going red. You can clean the backup camera, which I'm not going to do because that runs washer fluid all over the back of the car, but we just twist and hold the end of the wiper stalk towards ourselves. So instead of twisting forward to get the wiper to go, I would twist and hold this towards myself. Pretty cool. If you have a chance, get a salesperson to demo it for you. Below that, main portion, we have the ability to turn off auto start stop. We can turn on AVH, which is auto vehicle hold, which is a brake holder for construction, drive-through, and rush hour traffic. I'm not a huge fan of it just because I'm not used to it. I don't have it in my car. I can see the benefits to it. Got the ability to go through several menus and change driving assistance things, lane departure, turn on all the functions. It's all there. We can hook up to 5 devices in total for Bluetooth. Only one can actually be connected, but you can have 5 hooked up. And I'd mentioned CD player. So, CD player. Oh, and VIN tags. Perfect. But yeah, CD player in the armrest, along with a 12-volt power point and a place to run cords, so you don't crush them when the armrest is down. There's also a change tray there as well. So there's two levers there. So very well hidden. Below that, we've got our climate controls, and we have physical buttons on either side. These are not screens. It's an actual physical button, and it goes up or down in 0.5-degree increments, so you can have dual zone. And you click, and you can drag, you can sync it, control where you want your airflow coming from, if you want AC on, all that. Big fan strength buttons. We have 3 stages of heated seats for both the driver and the passenger, and the Premier is the only one that gets ventilated seats. So you get 3 stages of heated and 3 stages of ventilated seat for both the front driver and front passenger, which is nice. The ventilated seat's fantastic in the summer. You can turn off climate control if we don't want any of it on at all. Below that, electronic park brake. You pull up to activate it. Red light comes on. You end up with the P for park there. Shut it off, foot on the brake, push down. There you go, it's off. If your foot's not on the brake, it doesn't shut off. We have our wireless charger. That will go blue when our device is in there and it's charging. We have USB A and C sockets along with an auxiliary input there. We have the view button. When I press that, that brings up our front camera. It's almost 180 degrees. Very handy when you're getting close to a new parking area, or you have a new vehicle like this Outback and you're just learning where your corners are and your edges are. Automatic CVT with the manual mode that I was talking about. That's where you would use these paddles to manually select your own gears. We have ridiculously deep cup holders. You get 1 drink raiser with it. These can be bought as an accessory after the fact if you want, but the idea is if you have a small or medium drink, you're not just going to be grabbing it by the lid and potentially spilling it. This puts it up to an acceptable level. It's easier to grab, but tons of storage in that, like lots of room. Actually, speaking of storage, something I have on the passenger side but not the driver's side, I got a little storage cubby there. So I don't have that on the side of the driver's side of the transmission tunnel. Got a little storage cubby there for the passenger as well. The dash is the same leather, soft touch. Up top, we have the HomeLink system on this auto dimming rear view mirror. See if that makes a difference when I turn the lights on. Not really. Map lights. But we can hook up to 3 separate garage doors to your mirror. So you don't have to carry a bulky garage door opener with you. You can just press a button, it'll do it. So right now, I can't really see out behind. I don't know if I can show it. There's tires back there. Now it's behind me and you can see our lot boy walking around. But yeah, so that's the Smart View. It's very, very handy. We have an integrated compass. Great feature, auto dimming. So if someone's behind you, you don't flick that, it just automatically dims. And your side mirrors dim at the same time, which is nice. We've got taco storage up top here. And by tacos, I mean sunglasses. SOS and roadside assistance buttons. That's part of the 3-year trial to the My Subaru connected services that you get with most new Subarus. We've got our LED map lights, got our sunroof controls, and it is just the regular size. It is a manual shade, but if you drag the glass back with the button, it'll drag this open. You can't accidentally have the shade closed and that open all the way. But regular size, which is nice. We've got card holders on both sun visors, vanity mirror with light, and you can adjust that if the sun's directly at your left or on the passenger side if it's directly to your right. So that is a quick look at the 2025 Subaru Outback Premier XT in the autumn green. Take a look at those headlights. Obviously, it's not showing exactly how bright it is right now, but they're ridiculously bright. They're steering responsive. So if you turn left, the left one swivels left, turn right, the right headlight swivels right. You can see around that corner a little bit earlier. See that pedestrian or that moose or that cyclist. It's that traditional wagon that we all know and love. And this is, of course, powered by the 2.4 liter turbocharged boxer engine. You get 260 horsepower and 277 pounds-feet of torque running regular fuel in this. They're rockets, they're sleepers. People don't expect these vehicles to have that much power. And of course, we've got 8.7 inches of minimum ground clearance, which is perfect for our winters here in the north. So thank you for sticking with me through my walkthrough of the 2025 Subaru Outback Premier XT. I'm Tyson, the Subaru specialist from Subaru Prince George. Thanks for watching. If you guys have any questions about the car behind me, any of the tech in it, anything you saw in the video you want me to elaborate more fully on, please put it in the comments below. I love hearing from you guys. If you're in British Columbia or willing to make the trip to British Columbia to buy a Subaru, please reach out to me. I would love to help you find your perfect Subaru. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll talk soon.